Hey guys, welcome back to another video of Student Transfer. Today we are continuing the Yui scenario. We are out of the main story. Today we're gonna go on the scenario mode. Yui spellbook continuation. Let's go. By Apple Melon. Welcome to my scenario. This intended as a continuation of the Yui spellbook story, which ends in a canon game on day 4, where Yui was being possessed by John. Okay, that's you can watch part 4 on that if you guys want to watch if you guys want to watch that. It's on the part 4. Go ahead, watch. Please note that this is not canon and will use plot points that are likely not intended for the canon story. In order to understand the context of the scenario, it would be best if you played through the canon story first. I already did that. Go watch my other videos. Because of this, you will be given the option to play through the canon story first if you haven't done so yet. I already did, so we have to go. So we have to skip that. Doing so will guide you through the right path to reach the beginning of the scenario. However, this is entirely optional. Alright. Where do you wish to start playing from? Play from the beginning of the scenario, play from the beginning of the canon story. Scenario. This scenario contains scenes that portray a very light amount of gore in order to allow players who are very easily disturbed to play the scenario without issues. You will be able to skip the scenes. Skipping it has no implication on the story, and you will receive the exact same dialogue as players without graphic violence turned on. Would you like to turn graphic violence off? Sure. In short, Yui has taken a liking to letting John take the driver's seat for her body with a spell, taken from his newly acquired spellbook. Here we go. Oh, John. Oh. The scenario starts on late day 4 after lunch. But before we continue, I need to know the choices that were made prior to this time. Okay, did you hypnotize Carrie or lie to her? Wait, I don't remember. I don't even remember. I'm gonna go hypnotize her. Did you promise Yui that you wouldn't do anything? Yes, Kozuku. Yes, I promise not. Alright, and with that, we're set to go. See you on the other side. Let's do this! Oh, here you go. The sound come back. It was a relief to see that my body was exact where I left it. Oh my god, I already played this on the part 4, but whatever, we're gonna continue anyway. I set Yui's body down in the chair, briefly surviving the feeling of her skirt fluttering against my bored legs without any distraction in the room. I could indeed tell that she was wearing perfume. Before I left, I took one last stock of her form. She'd lightly complain if I just stared at her breast. So in lieu of that, I merely taped my borrowed fingers on the desk, taking in the novelty that was having long nails. Again, I briefly noticed the same heat from below as I had when I'd been in her body yesterday. Did I really want to leave her body so soon? I left her body, right? On the main story, so I guess yes. I closed my eyes and focused on leaving her body. Here we go. Wow, there we go. Let's go. The feeling of suddenly being out of Yui's cramped, stressed body was like night and day. All the weight and tightness was instantly gone once I was in my spirit form. It was pretty great feeling, though it made me wonder if I was actually doing Yui any good. I looked back at Yui. Unlike me, her body had been lucky enough to slump backwards into her chair, not forwards. Oh yeah, on the part 4, John's body got hurt or something. I can't remember. But yeah, let's go. With a yawn, she stretched her arms over her head, like a cat waking from a long nap. Wait, I don't remember this. Did we already do this on part 4? But whatever. Incidentally, this also pushed her chest out quite a bit, not that they needed the help. Oh, that felt good. John, are you still here? I'm still here, Julie. Don't worry. You better not be off trying to possess another girl. Don't worry, you. At this, at that beautiful face, the best girl in school. With Yui awake, I had no more reason to stay in my ghost form, aside from leering at her with impunity. I decided to return to my body. Let's go. Wait, did his body just get up by itself? Okay, don't worry. Soon enough, I was back in my own body, going from the absolute weightless freedom of being a spirit to my own seemed like downgrade, but it felt like an improvement next to Yui's body. Only a few moments later, I felt a dual drop on my skull. The sore from my early mishap with the table still smarted despite the time passed. Ow, ow, ow! When Yui noticed me clutching my head, she rushed over to my side. Yeah, I believe I already did this on part 4. John, are you okay? Oh yeah, it's just a bruise. It's more that it came back to me suddenly than anything. You need to be more careful. If you keep just leaving your body like this, who knows what could happen? You could get a concussion, or your body could get taken away. Oh my god, why? Why do you have to do that baby face? Oh my god. You know, you were the one who told me to leave my body. Yes, but a sudden growling in my stomach broke her rant. I didn't get much. I didn't get to eat the sorry. I didn't get to eat any at lunch. Any lunch, not any at lunch. Ah, damn it. Oh, I guess that one's my bad, huh? I live. There's plenty of food waiting for me at home anyways. Just gotta wait through the hunger. Well, I'd feel bad if I didn't do something. What is that face? Oh my god. I can't play this. Just look at her face. Seriously, don't worry about it. Besides, we've got class to get to. Yui's eyes went wide. Fudge biscuits! I forgot! In one swift motion, Yui grabbed her backpack and sprinted out of the room. By the time I even though thought to say goodbye, I could hear her feet sliding around the corner and running down the stairs. With legs like that, she should be in track and field, not student council. I sighed, rubbing my bruised forehead one more time before going on with the rest of my day. Ah, here we go, Jack Mallory. The rest of the day was uneventful. Boring classes broken up periodically by the throbbing in my head or the growling in my stomach. I had my phone buzzed in my pocket. I took a moment to glance around the classroom. Luckily, it seemed Jack was preoccupied setting up the terms for a group project and wasn't looking in my direction. I figured I had enough of a window, so I took the chance to read the message. Hey John, sorry about making you miss lunch, but I had a good idea. Oh yeah, I remember this. This is the face that she sent on episode 4. Meet me at the gates. School is over. I stuck my phone back into my pocket before anyone could notice. I was ready to return to my busy class of ignoring Mr. Mallory when I thought back to this morning. Well, you never replied, and that you took a few minutes to get here, so I started to get worried. Taking another look around, I pulled my phone back out a tiny fraction and tapped out a short reply as best as I could without making it obvious. Sure, I'll be there. He don't want to make Yui feel bad or worried. After what felt like a lifetime of Mallory droning on about beheadings, I was able to meet Yui at the gates. Nice. Unlike last time, she She seems downright relaxed. Instead of looking around frantically, she was standing with her hands crossed in front of her waist, likely bobbing and swaying from side to side. Of course, it stopped when she noticed me as she perked up and made her way to my side. Sorry, there you are. Before I could react, she had already clasped her hand around my arm. Oh my god, that's so sweet. Don't you think you should let me in on your plan first? Yui giggled, the most adorable giggle I had ever heard from her before looking back at me. Oh my god, I wish I could hear Yui giggle. That would gonna be so cute. Nope. Now come on, just follow me. Let's go. Oh yeah, here we go. Here we go. The scenario has started. To my surprise, we actually were taking the usual route home. So I can't help but notice that this road we are taking is very familiar to my usual route. Don't try thinking about it. It's supposed to be a surprise. This doesn't feel very much like a surprise anymore. Either she is just walking me home or she wants me to stay over at her place for a bit. So, what is it? Just trying to break the awkward silence a bit. How's your day been? As if struck by lightning, she perked up as if reinvigorated by the story she is about to tell. Oh, it's been a great day, John. Even though you've left my body hours ago, I still feel like refreshed and relaxed. Nice. I noticed. Yeah, John noticed. Look at that face, that beautiful face. I'm sure you have. Lots of people walk by me looking humored, but I can only guess that this is because of my renewed spirit. What a poetic way to put people finding your movement weird into words, not woods, because I see woods behind this. Glad to hear it's working out for you. To be honest, I was kinda afraid this entire possession thing didn't really do anything for you, and you simply wanted to keep me in check so I don't do anything stupid as always. All of that came out very sudden. It's true that I was questioning whether this was actually helping her with her problem, but I hadn't properly thought about what her motive might be. She is, after all, the self-proclaimed anti-delinquent numero uno. Well, I wouldn't say it didn't cross my mind to keep an eye on you, but at the same time, I really think you might be able to help out people with your magic. Even though I don't want to admit it, it really feels great to be completely subdued like that. She just low-key admit to some kind of fetish. I guess it could just universally be something a human would enjoy though. Kind of sleeping in freshly washed bed sheets. Just to make it clear, I'm only telling you that because you trusted me with a super secret. I'm not some kind of weirdo. It genuinely feels good. Look at her face. Oh my god. Super secret. Oh my god, that's so sweet. I did force that super secret onto you though. You're not in debt or anything. If that's what you're thinking, that doesn't matter to me. I mean, it could be taken as a compliment that you chose to possess me the other day. That perhaps you see me as someone close. Oh, that's so sweet. ... Oh, I'm rambling. Sorry. Haha, it's alright. Don't worry about it. I try to put as much of a reassuring tone into it as possible. This entire surprise thing started out a bit awkward if I were to comment on it. I guess letting her get some things out of system was a good thing though. We were almost at the introspection that would lead us up our street and I could feel my hunger slowly approaching painful levels of activity. Here and there, my stomach growled and Yui was clearly bothered by it, even though she hadn't mentioned it yet. Oh my god, just so hungry, huh? It was obvious that her surprise somehow involved food, but did she seriously consider cooking for me or something? What? Yui can cook? That's so amazing if she did that. We had already passed the market, so it clearly wasn't a treat or at some local food stand. I would really appreciate anything to eat right now. It was just just the thought of letting an old friend like this cook for me that seemed a bit off-putting. If anyone would have caught on that we were doing this, we'd immediately be branded as husband and wife by Maria from the newspaper club. LOL. Oh my god, husband and wife? Okay. Yeah, that would make a good couple though. I would still have to tell my friends about the book for sure, but so far, Yui has drained all of my time with her adventures as the co-pilot of herself. Don't tell your friend, they don't like it. As we finally reach our street, Yui seems ready to present her surprise to me. So, I'm just going to tell you part of my surprise right now so you know what I got planned. What she has planned. Does she have the entire afternoon planned for us? My mom was expecting me to help her babysit Natsumi again today. Am I going to have to talk myself out of a plan before letting her explain what she has planned? Ah, screw it. Might as well listen to what she wants to do. Sorry. I'm all ears. I'm hoping food is involved because I'm starting to be famished to the bone. Oh, you're so silly. Of course! I plan on making you a grand buffet as thanks for helping me out, but you're going to have to go back to my home with me if you want me to make it. Because I will also have something else planned that we could do. Another possession, I'm guessing. I really appreciate you having activities planned, but as you probably know, my mom is babysitting Natsumi today, and Natsumi is your sister, Yui. So what if we take her to your house too? Don't worry about that. Your mother already knows you're staying over at my house until evening. You what now? She actually planned this far ahead? Did Yui actually call John's mother, told her that John was staying over at her house for the evening? Wow, this girl is totally amazing. Yup, and I promise you, the activity I have planned is something you will most definitely enjoy. Any boy with magical powers would. Wait, seriously? Don't tell me that you're thinking of something lurk right now, please? I'm gonna start losing my voice, guys. Her face suddenly went completely red. Oh, don't do that face. Don't do that face. John, of course not. I may be a bit awkward to be with, but I'm not like those irresponsible girls such as Maria or Tori. I wouldn't just give myself away like that. Oh, don't do that. Don't say like that. Oh, you're not to be, kinda awkward to be with you, but like, yeah, you are a good girl, and I would love to like you and John. Besides, what kind of assumption caused you to come to a conclusion like that? Well, you say that, but you're letting a guy possess you to have fun. Okay, where is this going? To think her face could not get any more red than what it already was a mistake. It now turned blood red. Oh my god. Dot. Oh god. I have become a Dylan Queen like them. Oh, Yui, what? No, don't say that. Haha, calm down. I'm just making a bit of fun of you. This is a quite bit different than their open mind of their private lives. As if a weight had been lifted from her chest, she started to calm down to think she was so easily embarrassed. Good, I agree. What is that face? Oh my god. Anyways, here is where I live. As you know, I hadn't noticed we were at her home already. I actually had fun with Yui, who would have thought that they would come again. Oh yeah, I remember. They used to be friends when they used to be childhood friends or something. What's it called? They used to be really close when they were child. That what I was looking for. Sorry. This is gonna be a bit awkward since I'm not gonna. Never mind. Let's go. Since John, does John have? I don't think John have a feeling for Yui, right? Or does he? Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Here we are. As we enter her home, the sun was slowly starting to get dimmer. It would be too early by my normal routine to already get something to eat for dinner, but Yui had immediately sprinted into the kitchen and found most of the utensils she planned to use. Please make yourself comfortable, John. My mother and sister are both away, so I am going to prepare some food as fast as I can. Why? Why do you have to spy like that? I adhered to her question and found my way into the living room. The house was quite simple actually, and until walked away leading into the living room with a small kitchen next to it. All other rooms pretty much connected with the living room. Memories started coming back to me when Yui and I used to play together when we were much younger. It all felt so nostalgic. Oh, this is so cute. Two childhood friends gonna become a couple right here. What had changed, however, were the various things littered around as decoration in the living room. They had various items seemingly inspired from Japanese culture lying around, which was completely out of theme considering Yui's mom, being of Japanese heritage. Oh, interesting. But something as abstract as a sword hanging on the wall. I was distracted. Hanging on the wall in a home of three women. Yuna must really appreciate it if she had it hanging up there. Or maybe you just have a different taste than most women I know. Oh damn it. Just to be sure, you still like salmon and rice, right? Salmon and rice? It used to be the dish we got each time I was over for dinner at Yui. I had totally forgotten that. Yep, I actually haven't had that in a long time. Great, this will take only 20 minutes, so just hold out a little longer. You can turn on the TV if you want to kill some time. What? Kill some time? Will do. Oh my god. Don't kill the time. Poor time. Minutes pass with me watching some show about storage keepers selling storage units that nobody had paid for or visited in years. One of the auction attendants had one unit that contained a curious face that looked eerily similar to the one that I could see across the room. Is it the same thing? What a coincidence. I figured it would be a good idea to use this to start a conversation with Yui, who seemed a bit stressed again. Hey Yui, that one looks familiar to your face, doesn't it? Yui hadn't been focusing on the till since she was just about to throw the salmon onto the pan. She tried squeezing her side towards the TV. The angle she was looking from probably made it difficult to see. Yeah, you're right. Those guys are lucky if they bought it for cheap. They only spent $200 on it. Is it valuable? My mother said that an original goes for at least 5,000. No, not 5,000. $50,000 to collectors. Holy crap! Really? So I'm guessing yours isn't real then? I think it is, but Mom is really attached to it for some reason. Isn't it kind of dangerous to have it out in the open like that then? My mother also said that regular thieves wouldn't ever recognize its worth. So there isn't much of a point in hiding it. Well, sure, looks like a thief seeing this show is going to be able to spot it then. Yeah. She was clearly focusing on not messing up the food she was preparing, so I left her at it. Turns out the vase wasn't an original, and for some reason, the expert they contact in the show only judged an original to be worth about $500. Guess Yui's mom was a bit optimistic on the price of a vase. Another 5 minutes went by in one fell swoop. I never imagined a show like that to be this entertaining. Actually, I wish I could watch that. I wish I could watch it. So I was meaning to ask, but you guys are collecting a lot of weird stuff in your home compared to last time I was here. She was only managing the cooking of the rice now, so she was clearly more present in her mind. It's only my mother who collects this stuff since father left. What happened to her father? I never actually find out. Did her father divorce her mother? Or did her father die? Okay, never mind. Let's continue. Oh, this is so sad. She has been collecting all kind of rarities. I don't even really like any of it. Isn't it kind of expensive though? Considering she is a single mom to you two girls. She doesn't actually buy any of it. She has a friend in Japan who sent this with mail, and we've reached a point where there isn't even space in the living room for all of it. I've tried talking her out of her hoarding of these things, but she says that all of it is for an important purpose that she'll tell us when we're ready or something. It's all just a really confusing things she has going on. I try to help her like I try helping my classmates, but the entire thing is just really worrying. You actually look kind of saddened by it. Wait, what? Actually, the creators forget see on that. Don't down yourself about it. If she knows that all the things are for an important purpose, then it probably is. That's not it. I would be totally okay if she was trying to invest into cycle goods. I mean physical goods. Oh my god, what's wrong with my English today? Into physical goods to sell them at higher price later. It's just that I think her friend is stealing all of this stuff and keeping it here for safekeeping. Seriously? You're not the accomplice of a thief? That seems very unlikely for me, considering how kind she always is. To think that Yui would ever think such a thing. But this really nagged Yui. She looked like she about to cry a bit. Clearly something she was worried about. Okay guys, can we just talk about how the food is going? The food is gonna get ruined. Look, she focused on John, not on the food. So okay, let's continue. I'm sure it's for a different purpose. If she says she wants to share the purpose with you girls eventually. then she'd basically be dragging her children into a crime that she indirectly committed. And your mom really doesn't come off as someone who could commit to something like that, let alone drag her kids into the situation. This clearly comforted her. I was happy to relieve that stress, even if she still doubted the motives behind these antiquities. Oh, she smiled now. Nice. Thanks. I guess only time will tell. Yup. And as another few minutes passed, she was ready to serve the dish. Let's go. The food didn't get ruined. We put some plates and accessories onto the table and ate up. She had given me double portion, which was exactly enough to really fill my stomach. We chatted about the school and its difficulties. Yui sharing some stories from her student council meetings and how she really wished someone could step up and try help her to eventually become her successor on once she had graduated. I had to be quick to tell her that she shouldn't expect something from me, which she knew. Someone like me who is late to one, I don't remember what this thing is, like -8. Yeah, one -8 I think. Or my classes would apparently not be able to fit into the student council, according to her. A bit harsh, but at least we offered to help improving my punctuality. So in a sense, you could say she wanted me to join, but I had enough to worry about as is. Mostly video games, if I had to be honest. John, what the heck? We finished the plates and I thanked her for the food. She looked happy to see her debt paid off. Another few minutes were spent cleaning the dishes. Even though we hadn't spent a lot of time, it was still steadily getting late. Naturally, I didn't intend for a sleepover to happen. So, what was it that you wanted to do now? 1 second. Please let me get change real quick. I hate having this clothes on at home. You gonna get change? She rushed into what seemed to be her room. Dude, my throat not gonna hold this for a long time. Okay, fine. Oh my god, why? Why? Yui. Oh my god, Yui is so cute. Look at that dress she wearing. After a minute's time, she re-emerged with a honestly really charming casual full skirt. I didn't want to admit it, but she looked really good. Please come into my room. We can do it in here since I don't want Natsumi or my mother barging in all of a sudden when they got home. Sure. What do you guys want to do in her room? I followed her in. Her bedroom had evolved as well from last time I was in here. A single bookcase, chair, table, dresser, and bed made up all of the room. Everything else was either neatly organized or lying around on the floor. I only faintly remember her room being an absolute mess, but I guess time changes Yui in more than one aspect. Come on, sit down. She patted the bed furiously. Furiously? Oh my god, that's scared. You got the book with you, right? Sure do. Great. So there are two things that I want to do, but it depends on what you want to do, since these are more or less suggestions to help you get better at this. You're actually encouraging me my use of the book now? Of course. I told you on the way home, dummy. You could use this for a lot of great things to help out people. Well, sounds better than study. John, we don't have a lot of homework for today. We can relax. Don't you want me to do that once in a while? Look at her face. She giggled, another one of those cute giggles. No, but this could actually kind of consider studying. It's just the kind of studying you probably like more. Your book said something about the strong will or something, right? And that I was very rare since I could stay conscious. You mentioned that when I was over at your home and we had that confrontation. It did, yes. And also that I probably should not experiment or figure out why since it could be dangerous for my safety. I was beginning to see where she was heading, but I won't tell anyone else. We could maybe figure out why I am resistant to it. I always wanted to write a book, but writing an entire into a book filled with spell? That would be so cool! Oh my god. I can't. I've been shouting all night. I agree. It would be really fun to be able to research something like this, but how exactly should we do it? It's not like we figure it out all of a sudden just by possessing her over and over or something, right? That could indeed be interesting. But you said you have two things you want to do. Yeah, what do you want to do? Yup, so I also thought, wouldn't it be cool to we actually invent our own spell? Oh, they want to create their own spell? Nice. Invent our own spell? Yes, that would be possible, right? Come to think of it, the entry to astral projection spell did mention that it was improved upon. So maybe you can alter spells. Could there be some kind of system to it? Some kind of science? I can't do this. It's hurt so much, but I'll try for you guys later. It would probably be possible to do that, yes. There was mention in the book that a spell could be changed, so making a new spell entirely would maybe be possible? Exactly. One thing I noticed when you possessed me in the club room were the words you used. Those were the ones I just read from the spell book. So how exactly do you know them? Oh, silly you. Those words were Latin. You can speak Latin? Of course I can't. I only know the very basics. If you had paid more attention in your language lessons, you would know a bit about it as well though. Yikes! Sorry, but we don't have any Latin lessons. Latin and French had a large influence on our language, John. Of course you would need to learn them at least at a basic level then. No, actually, you really wouldn't need to do that to learn English, but whatever. John, what the heck? Anyways, so you can actually understand what the words mean. Yes, I only understood part of it, but it said something about releasing the soul. So I guess the words you say during the spell mean something. Releasing the soul, huh? That sounds interesting. Which also means if you say the right words, you could probably create a new spell, just like that. If we could make a spell that could help us out with the thing we have going, it could be really neat. But anyways, what would you like to do? We could do both, but we might lose focus if we do all kind of things at once. We will decide though, since you are the wizard. I had to give it to her. This actually sounds both interesting and fun. So the choice comes down to spending our time figuring out why Yui is resistant to my possession or create a new spell. Guys, what do you guys want to do? I guess I should do live stream sometimes, huh? You know what? I'm gonna try a different path on different video. But for now, I'm gonna go create a new spell. It does sound interesting to make a spell. I reckon anything could be possible, but we would first have to settle on what kind of spell would interest us. Do you have anything in mind? I like the idea of making a spell. I knew you would be up for it. The only thing I thought we worth looking into is something that could help us with what we are doing. The first thing comes up in my mind is maybe a way for us to communicate while you possess me. Maybe we can even communicate from far away then. So, like a phone? No, like telepathy. I know that I can think for myself while you control me, so maybe my thoughts still work like normally? Ah, gotcha. Although I'd be surprised if this didn't already exist in the spellbook. Try looking for it. And so I did. Going through the book, it was clear that I hadn't even scratched the surface of it. So many seemingly redundant but still interesting spells were to be found. Some also sound deadly though. Man, when you think about it, this thing really is perfect murder weapon. I hope I don't go insane and use this stuff at some point. Sure enough, I found a page that showcased some kind of telepathy. However, one thing stood out. But what is that? What is that? I can't read that. Thought transference? What? Dude, is that C or T? I can't tell. I'm guessing T then. This enchantment allows two users to connect their minds through a physic link, allowing communication across space. Simply enchant anything edible by pasting it on the runes fronts or whatever even below, and let anyone whom you wish to communicate with eat a part of the food. Oh, so John can eat a part of the food into his body, I think. Okay, that came out weird. Anyway, don't forget to eat a part of the food yourself, as well as if you would like to on the chat. I can't talk. My throat hurts so badly. And for God's sake, eat up all of the food so that you don't end up being linked with a roach as well. Oh damn it! I hate roach. The spell is currently deemed unoptimized due to a lack of several limiters. It isn't recommend using it its current state and likely never will. Joseph Blackwell. Just below, a rather large note was to be found. Note, perhaps a spirit link would work out better. There is a spell called the Thought Transference. Okay, that was it. It looked like C when it was there, here. But it says it had been unoptimized and it isn't fit for use. Unoptimized. Spell can be unoptimized? I nodded at that. She grumbled a bit at how this sounds a bit technical than magical, but that would mean that it could be optimized, right? I don't think you should assume that I know much about this. This is completely new to me. If only there was a way for me to read the book as well, I could help a lot more then. There could maybe be a way, but that feels like an entirely different challenge altogether. Don't you have something you want to try your magic with? To be honest, everything I've already read so far would be enough for me to live a really interesting life. The only thing that I really think is going to be a problem is even trying it all out. So you want more time? More time? She probably meant the spell stop time or something. Would it be a good idea to screw around with time itself? Or maybe you just want someone to try all of the spell out on. Maybe like creating dummies you could do anything on. Then you wouldn't need to hurt anyone if you wanted to try it out. Two concepts that could easily go wrong: manipulating time and surgically magical dummies, or at least that what thought she was implying. I've played way too many games to know that you don't screw around with those two things. But then again, reality could be something entirely else. Time and clones, then? Oh, that sounds fun. Clearly, Yui hadn't played those same games as me if she had that amount of enthusiasm towards such a dangerous concept. Look them up. Alright. She was bound for some reason, probably because they interested her a bit more than telepathy did. Time, there had to be something, right? We couldn't be the first ones to think about this. And of course, there it was. Time conjuration. So we can go back in time? Nice. Okay, this stupid earphone keep want to come out. Sorry. Create time by accelerating the growth of any object or yourself. If you're sick of being treated like a baby by your father, or required to be older age, this is the spell for you. It is the first spell I've created and was approved by this council. I don't really know what else to write here. The other guys usually write some witty remark in their entire and tries, but I won't. I've got standards. Gil Blackwell. This wizard doesn't seem very thorough. What is thorough with his entry? So she must have noticed how I broke my focus from the page I was reading. You can conjure time, whatever that means. Let me look at some cloning spell too. She smiled in anticipation, and I resumed checking the book. It took me a while, but I found nothing but any attempt to create temporary clone of oneself or others. I had probably read more during my stay over at UIS today than I had in school this entire week. Sorry, nothing about it. What? We can't do clones? So it's something we could invent then. We had no idea how to invent spell though. I mean, we could look up what the Latin words for create clone for me are, but I doubt it would. Isn't there like a search function for the book? Surely it must be reorganized. Damn it, why I can't speak today. Surely it must be organized in a way to let you find things faster, right? A search function. Did she think this was some sort of web page we were looking at? Don't be ridiculous. This is a book. It's not like saying, please give me all the results for cloning, but suddenly turn the page to those please in the book. It worked! Yui, you're so smart. All of a sudden, the book began glowing in a purple light. What the freak? What's going on? It actually has a search function. You have to be kidding me. This thing is actually like a web page. The book was on complete autopilot right now. It shuffled through the page at a rapid pace, bookmarking all the pages that apparently contained the word. As it finally came to a halt, it had found 3 pages. They were indicated by glowing bookmarks. You search for cloning, right? Hope so. The first page is just mentioned as a way to clone green. Not really something I'd be considered useful given my position as someone who is interested in cloning green. I'm gonna lose my voice, guys. The second page contained a spell that allowed me to clone items. It was very complex to me. You had to use a concept called equivalent exchange, but I had no idea what it meant. Must be something for advanced user of the book. On the third page, I found something of interest. Conjure clone. This is what we are looking for, right? Oh yes. Is it a spell you can use? I guess back. This was a spell. Conjure clone allows the witch to create clones of dead cells as hairs of nail. This function similarly to how puppets function. Due to the nature of the life-giving properties of the spell, it can only be performed by witch. Be aware that spell is unfinished in order to imprint the spell into our heirloom book. We require a saffron spice which are not available to us right now. We do not know all the effects of the spell yet. Imprinter's list: a groom of saffron water, a spag of brush of pepper, ginger greenhouse. Saffron, I actually know about it. One look up towards you revealed that she was waiting on my input again. There is a full cloning spell. Before she could enjoy it, I continued. But it isn't finished. It says it needs to be Saffron to be on the which I'm guessing is a woman, but I don't really see why. A witch? Oh, so a female wizard? Guess so. But the kicker is, my mom actually has some saffron at home. She got from her colleague for a birthday of her. Isn't saffron really expensive though? Do you think she'd mind if we borrowed it? We only need a gram of it. She can overlook that, I hope. I was sure she would be able to. She barely used the stuff, so it was just rotting away. Sorry. If spies are given able to rot away, but I had not forgotten about the first spell we looked up. My mind was set on trying to optimally imprint the cloning. Let's go. Cloning might be so. Wouldn't you agree? Definitely. I really want to try out. Wait, I didn't even read that. Shit. Dude, how long is this episode going to be? Although we talk about telepathy, cloning sounds a bit more fun. Wouldn't you agree? Definitely. I really want to try it out. Even though I had noticed her enthusiasm for a particular spell, I hadn't noticed the volume of enthusiasm she was giving me. I'm gonna lose my voice. This would probably be one of her desired superpowers if she could choose. Well then, let's get going. To your home? Yep, we need the saffron first and foremost, else we won't be able to do it. We also need something called YOLO video, whatever that is. Oh, that's easy. The market downtown sells orchids with those gennas inside them. I would know a shop. Guess we got 2 places to go then. We should hurry before they close. Better buy them now than later if we can. Agreed. We got the essentials we need for a quick visit back home. Yui also got her wallet, which likely meant she was willing to spend a bit of money or whatever flowers contain that stuff for the spell, even though I was more than okay with splitting. We were well on the way home. It wasn't very far since we lived on the same street, but the street was large and it would still take us a good 10 minutes to reach our destination. By the way, what about the time spell? We completely skipped it. Oh yeah, I guess it just looked like underspread, I guess. That's not a real word. Yeah, you get what I mean. All it said was that you create time. Not very informative if you ask me. Wouldn't it be dangerous if you create a lot of time? You will struggle formulating her stuff for once. You don't know a lot about magical stuff, do you? I know a little bit. Look at me. But we haven't had time relative in physics yet. If we ever will. I guess that's one of the advantages of playing way too many games. One thing was certain in terms of knowledge about all the mysticism and fictional stuff. I had the advantage. As we approached my house, I felt a wave of relief that Carrie wasn't waiting for me yet again. Seeing me walk in with Yui would probably set her off completely or something. Thank God for that hypnosis spell. We finally approached my home. Mom, I'm home! The TV was on, so it could only be my mom watching her show at this point. John, you're back already? Yeah, she must be making food for her and not Sumi, since I could hear a knife falling into the kitchen counter. Coming home this early must have made her wonder. Making food? Indeed I am, but I thought you were studying with Yui. Did something happen? Oh well, that's a pleasant surprise. Hello there, Yui. Hello, Miss Davis. We just came home to ask you for something. We'll be right out again. Natsumi, who had been watching TV, appeared. It's John! Hooray! Hey Natsumi, glad to see someone's happy. I'm home. Oh, that's because she wasn't allowed to play your games unless you were there. And here you are. That's right, can we go up and play the racing game, please? It's boring watching people cook on TV. She pounded about my mom's usual habit of watching cooking competition on TV. It must be rather boring if I'm not there to entertain her. Now, sweetie, John and Yui are just passing by to ask something. Aww. She silently stopped back to the couch to resume the boredom. Could it be that you have any saffron lying around, Miss Davis? You still have that jar you never used, right? We need a little pinch of it. She rolled her fist into one that felt more surprised than anything. The present stuff I got lying around. Why do you need that? A school project. That Richard made her visibly annoyed. You know that I can see when you're lying, right? She expected a cleaner answer from Yui, but Yui looked back at me. Turns out we didn't really plan to say why we wanted it. John is lying, yes, but it's for John is lying, yes, but it's for something we can't tell you because it's a secret. Alright, I'll give you one of the routes for your little school project, whatever that might be, but you better do the dishes this weekend in exchange then. Because there was a price to pay for this expensive stuff. I can agree with that deal, and pray that I don't alter it. No? You need to work on your references. With a brief laugh, Mom went to her little cupboard in which stored the ingredients she used here and there, like a salt and pepper, and got us a little saffron fruit. Here, good thing you're asking for it. It's just starting to pass the expiration. Okay, guys. This has been going too long. I think I might have to end it up here, but it seems going nice, so I'm just gonna continue for like 4 more minutes. And just so you know, we are here having rice with this stuff in it tomorrow for dinner, so that we at least make of it. You're free to come as well, Yui, since you both to be taking in it. Thank you. I'll see if I can arrange that. Thanks for helping us. No props, honey. You're going back to Yui's home? We're just going to go down to buy something else. I've already had something to eat, if that's what you're wondering. Good, don't come home too late though. Message received. See you later. See you, have fun. It was a bit unusual to see my mom not getting worked up about the fact that I literally just brought a girl back home with me. Was about to do activities with her. It's a side of her I totally enjoy, although I miss the other one if she kept it up like this for sure. We made our way back outside. I made sure to bring my wallet now that we were going to buy something. Like hell, I would let a girl pay for the stuff I was going to use. Your mother is sweet. Oh yeah, although I expect her to make more fuss about bringing you into the house as well. Okay guys, this is going too long. I'm gonna continue on the other video because yeah, like too long of a video not gonna make you guys enjoy, right? So yeah, I'm gonna leave you guys a cliffhanger right now, and if you guys want to see the next part, then get this video to 4 likes. Okay, 4 likes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.